You're being completely childish.
I'm not.
So what, we're never gonna go into Luke's again? We're just gonna starve?
Rory, this was a bad one, okay? This was not Nick and Nora. This was Sid and Nancy, and I'm not going in there.
But the coffee is in there. And it's Danish Day. Are you seriously telling me that you're gonna let a stupid fight get in the way of Danish Day?
No, I'm not.
Could.
So go in there and order 2 coffees and 2 Danishes to go.
You're kidding, right?
Don't forget the napkins.
Mom, he's gonna know what's going on. He's not stupid.
He cannot prove that you're not ordering all that for yourself, can he? No. So, go on. Scoot, scoot. Mommy's right here.
Hey, Luke.
Rory.
I'll have 2 coffees and 2 cherry Danishes to go, please.
2 coffees and 2 cherry Danishes.
Oh, and some napkins.
One of these is for her, isn't it?
Who? Oh, no. They're all for me. I am super hungry today. I was debating ordering 3, but I'll tell you how I feel after 2.
Tell you what, I'll give you 1 Danish and 1 cup of coffee. You can sit over there and eat, and when you're finished them right over there where I can see you, then I'll bring you a second one.
You're really gonna just stand there and watch me eat a Danish?
Cable's out. I'm starved for entertainment.
Okay, this is insane. So you guys had a fight? Big deal. You know you're gonna make up anyway, and what better day to make up than Danish Day, the happiest of all days. The day when we all say, hey, let's forgive and forget over a nice Danish and a cup of coffee.
1 Danish, 1 cup of coffee, take it or leave it.
I'll take it. I still think you're being silly.
Thank you for sharing. Come back soon.
Well?
He would only sell me 1.
Ah, didn't you say they were both for you?
Yes, I did, and he knew that I was lying.
Did you do the blinky thing? You always do the blinky thing when you're lying.
I didn't have to do the blinky thing. He knows you well enough to know that you're not gonna go a whole day with no coffee, and especially no Danish.
Ugh.
Why don't you go in there now and just make up?
Why don't you give me half your Danish and some coffee?
I'll give you the Danish, but I'm keeping the coffee.
What is a Danish without coffee?
The eternal question springs up again.
I mean, there's no point in even eating a Danish without coffee.
I'm going to school.
Sad Danish, lonely Danish, step Danish.
I'll see you tonight.
But... Hey, kid, do me a favor. Come here. I go there sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Please, please.
Ah!
What is it, dear?
There's just a lot.
A lot of flowers.
Yeah, like a ton of flowers.
Plethora of flowers.
A load of flowers.
Thank you. I get so many compliments on this room.
Yeah. Are they moving?
It looks like it, doesn't it? There's foil in the paper, and it gives it that illusion. Isn't it terrific?
Unbelievable.
B&Bers love a peaceful setting so that they can unwind from their hectic lives. What business are you in, dear?
Oh, me? Publishing.
How interesting. Now, if you need anything, you just ring down or come down, because I love company. And, oh, I don't want to forget to give you our activity list. Never a dull moment around here.
Thanks, Ladon.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I think we just found the first room in the history of the world that would have made Liberace say, whoa, step back, no one's that gay.
Oh, look. This is the book that past guests have written in. This room made my soul sore. Ugh.
All right, enough grossness. Let's go eat.
Oh, food, I'm starving.
What? Dentists, Boston dentists. Cocktail hour at the Cheshire Cat.
So?
So, our exit is blocked.
Let's just rush past them.
Oh, too risky.
They're not assassins.
Rory, if they catch us, they'll clamp onto us like leeches, and you know what that means.
What?
Chit-chat. Stomach churning, mind-numbing, soul-deadening chit-chat.
Mom, I'm starving. I'm going down there. You can stay here.
You're that hungry, huh?
Yes?
Hungry enough to answer 100 probing, but only slightly differentiated from each other questions about Chilton, life in a small town, and your hunky boyfriend?
Or, we could talk?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What about?
Oh, I don't know. Max?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
You said we could talk.
Yes, well, I thought you meant about makeup or something.
When have we ever talked about makeup?
Never. That's why I thought now would be a good time.
I just need to know if...
Good night, Rory.
But...
Good night.
Are you sure that you're not just running scared?
Rory.
Because I think that you really love him, but you just freaked
Enough.
out and you don't know what to do. Because you did this before. With Max, in fact.
Rory, I don't want to talk about this. I thought that by saying enough and turning off the light, you would get the message. Apparently not. The Skyrider will be here in a minute.
I'm asking you a question.
I am a grown woman.
Says the woman with the Hello Kitty waffle iron.
I have earned the right not to be quizzed about my social life by my 16-year-old daughter.
I thought I was your best friend.
When we're at a U2 concert, you are my best friend, but right now you're my 16-year-old daughter, and I'm telling you, I do not want to have this conversation.
Well, I do.
Well, tough.
Everything was planned. Everyone was excited, including you, and then all of a sudden, you're out.
Well, I changed my mind.
This is our life that you just tossed off.
Hey, I didn't just toss off anything.
We had plans. We made space in the closet.
Oh, Rory, just because we moved a couple of boxes is not reason enough for me to get married.
Max was counting on this. I was counting on this.
Rory, stop it. We are not going to have this fight in a flowery bedroom with dentists singing gypsies, tramps, and thieves in the background. It's too David Lynch.
I think you love him.
Rory, go to sleep.
I think you love him and you got scared and you ran, but you're really going to regret it, and soon.
Rory!
Fine. Good night.
I'm sure. I wish I did love him. You have no idea how much.
So are you living together?
Mom, get out the interrogation lamp, why don't you?
It's okay. Yeah, but we're looking for something bigger in the Boston area.
There are a lot of nice historical places up there.
Something historical in our price range would be perfect.
You know historical homes are infested with mold, don't you?
Mold?
It gets inside the walls and grows out of sight and shoots off spores that slowly kill you and your family.
You should get a show on the Home and Garden channel, Mom.
When did you become an expert on mold, Emily?
It was in the New York Times Magazine. I'd hold off buying a place with this woman until you look into this.
Sherry.
Well, it's actually going to come down to whatever we can afford. It might just be a newly built place.
With their shoddy craftsmanship, oh, you don't want that.
What does that leave them with, Mama? Teepee?
I'm sorry, I just don't think that Rory should miss our dinners for something other than sickness or emergencies. That was the agreement.
I'm sorry, Emily, really.
Mom, Chris has apologized like 100 times. How many more times do you want to hear it?
Listen, I can call Sherry and have her and Rory come by after their movie. That way it won't be a totally Rory-less evening.
That's not what I want.
Mom, we're desperately trying to work with you here.
Working with me is one thing, patronizing me is another. Excuse me.
I feel horrible.
Don't, son. That's just Emily.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
How can you let that horrible woman take Rory like that?
Okay, Mom, calm down. It's only one night.
That's how it starts. She's just getting her claws into her.
Her claws.
We'll never see Rory again if that woman has her way.
Mom, hold it. Rory is my daughter, you know. I have some control over this.
She's not getting Rory on weekends. You can't let that happen.
What is this about, Mom? Why are you so flipped out?
Lorelai, are you blind or just that humiliated?
Humiliated?
Christopher gets his life together with that woman.
So, that's good.
It should have been you.
What?
Don't play dumb, Lorelai. You know it too. And deep down, I know you're heartbroken.
I'm not heartbroken.
Well, I am. I always had the picture in my mind of the three of you together. After all these years and all the bad things that happened, Rory with both her parents, and now that Christopher's got his life together, it's with her and not you.
Mom, the timing was never right for us.
That's because you dawdle time away. You could have had that effect on him. You could have been the person to help him get his life together, but you made no effort.
Oh, so now this comes down to something I didn't do? Don't put that on me, Mother!
What other explanation is there? He's always been crazy about you, but you've always kept him at arm's length. You keep everyone at arm's length.
That's not true.
It is true. Your destiny was to be with Christopher, and now it's too late.
Then it wasn't our destiny.
So you're saying you don't have feelings for him, Lorelai, that all of this is just fine with you?
That's not important.
It's not?
No, what's important is that Christopher is doing well and he's happy, and we should be happy for him.
You're impossible. I need to lie down. Tell Christopher. Tell him whatever you like. I don't care.
I mean, Rory's missed the occasional dinner before.
Yeah, well, this was compounded by other things.
What other things?
You should know as well as I that when it comes to Emily Gilmore, it's never simple.
Got it. Ah, looks like they found each other. You know, Sherry had a really good time last night. I hope Rory did too.
Yeah, she seemed to.
Good. Good.
So, Chris, before you go, I have something I want to say to you.
Uh-oh.
It's not an uh-oh.
Okay. What?
Well, I kind of realized something with you and Sherry visiting, and God help me because of something my mother said to me.
Wow, inspiration can come from the unlikeliest sources.
I was just thinking, you know, all these years, no matter what my relationship status has been, whether I've been dating or hibernating or whatever, I think I've always had you in the back of my mind. You know, the prospect of us being together. But this prospect was sort of indefinitely on hold while you know, found yourself and got your personal life together so that you could really be there for me and especially for Rory. But you and I have been so linked in my mind that I think I have unconsciously sabotaged every decent relationship I've had, including the one with Max, because I was waiting for you. And I shouldn't have been. And now that I see that and I see you settling down with Sherry, I think I can move beyond it.
Good, I'm really glad it's good for you, Lorelai.
It is. Chris,
How dare you put that on me?
I'm just thanking you.
Well, don't.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Damn it, Lorelai, you're dumping 15 years of unhappiness on me? 15 years of not having healthy, lasting relationships on me? You're blaming me for breaking up with Max and not marrying him? That's all my fault?
No,
I did nothing to deserve that.
I'm not saying that you did.
You're as good as saying it.
No, I'm not.
Then what did you expect to come from this divine revelation that you've been so kind to share with me? Did you want me to apologize to you for ruining your life or comfort you and say, there, everything's gonna be all right so you can feel okay? Forget it.
Chris, wait.
Look, if there's anything else you feel bad about in your life that you want to dump on my doorstep, just leave a note.
Salad?
Thank you, Sarah.
Oops, Big Bell.
Sarah, the salad, Sarah. Pass the wine, Lorelai.
You want a straw with that?
You're enjoying this?
Well, yeah.
Laura, I need to talk to you.
Chris, what are you doing here?
You won't return my calls.
Did you do this?
I knew you'd be here.
I did not do this.
You gave me no choice.
After I told you to just stay out of it.
Lorelai, I did not do this.
You have to go.
I'm not going until you talk to me.
Christopher, Lorelai, come back here.
Why won't you call me back?
Hey, there couldn't be a worse time to have this conversation.
Really? Because it seems to be the only time to have this conversation.
Look, go home, okay? I promise I will talk to you tomorrow.
Well, sure, I believe that.
Hey, I've never lied to you. There's no reason to doubt my word.
Really, 45 unreturned phone calls isn't a reason?
No, it isn't.
You shutting me out like this is wrong.
I'm not discussing this with you here in my mother's house.
You don't get to dictate this. I need to talk to you. You won't call me back, and I did what I had to do. And I'm sorry. But after all we've been through, especially over these last few months, you shutting me out is wrong. And you know what hits me the hardest, Laura?
Apparently it isn't the door on your way out.
You keeping Rory from me.
What?
I never, ever thought you'd do that.
I'm not keeping Rory from you.
Oh, really? Then why hasn't she called me back, huh? I mean, no matter where you and I have been in our lives, my daughter has always called me back, until now.
Hey, listen to me.
I didn't call you back because I didn't want to. Me, Mom had nothing to do with it.
Okay, honey, calm down.
You promised me. You promised me at Suki's wedding that this was going to work, that you were going to be there. You promised me.
Honey, please understand.
No, I always understand, and I don't want to understand. I don't even really want to talk about this right now. I've got Mom. That's all I need. Go be somebody else's dad.
Don't say that.
I'm going upstairs. Call me when he's gone.
She did not get there by herself.
Hey, have you ever met your daughter? She could get anywhere by herself. She could get to the third dimension by herself. She was helping the crossing guard when she was 4.
I'm going to talk to her.
No, you're not. She wants to be alone and cool off. Respect that. I'll talk to her later.
You'll talk to her, great. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
You need to leave. Right now.
This isn't right. She needs her father.
I know she needs her father. I've been telling her she needs her father. But she feels like her father bailed on her and she's mad and hurt and I can't change that in 3 minutes.
Do you think I like this situation?
Oh, God.
Do you? I mean, after what you and I had going and now...
Chris, do you remember why we're here right now? What event in your life caused this very pleasant moment we're sharing?
That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, what? Chris, man, what do you want from me?
I want to talk.
About what?
I don't know. I don't like how things are.
But that's how they are.
I didn't want things to turn out this way.
But they did turn out this way.
But I didn't want that.
Christopher, is Sherry still pregnant?
Of course she is.
Are you still with her?
Yes.
Are you gonna marry her?
Yes.
Then, honey, we are where we are. Accept it.
I can't.
Don't you understand that I can't talk to you because it hurts? Talking to you really hurts. Standing here right now is killing me, okay? Don't you understand that?
Christopher, I think you'd better go now.
Emily,
Leave now, please.
You know, you need a mask and a horse when you do that.
Something's burning. Oh my God.
What?
It's not the zipper, it's the dress. It's too small.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's too small. How can it be too small? We had a fitting 3 months ago. Have you gained weight?
No.
Hold your breath.
I am.
Hold your breath.
I am.
The only thing I can think of is the dressmaker must have written the measurements down wrong. Well, what are we supposed to do now? I certainly can't take a picture of you like that.
Sorry.
I'll just have to have him come back next week. And I'm going to call that woman at the dress shop and give her a piece of my mind. My God, is everyone in the world completely incompetent? Put on your sweats and run around the block. You're going to fit into the next dress no matter what.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I feel sick.
Everything's gone. It's been tossed right out the window. Stop crying.
Here, Francine, drink your water. We all need to calm down. Getting upset isn't going to get us anywhere.
What do we tell people?
Well, who needs to know?
What do you mean, who needs to know?
You don't have to yell at me, Strobe.
Everybody has to know, Emily. Everybody will know. We can't pretend this didn't happen.
We could send her away.
Excuse me?
Aren't there places that take girls like that?
Girls like what, Francine?
Well, girls in... I can't handle this. I can't handle this at all.
Stop crying, damn it.
Christopher is just as much to blame as Lorelai is.
Like hell he is.
They are in this together.
I don't see why. Why should Christopher sacrifice everything we planned for him just because...
Choose your words extremely carefully, Strobe.
Emily, you know we love Lorelai. You know that. But Chris is so young. He's a baby.
Well, Lorelai's not exactly collecting Social Security.
Why doesn't she get rid of it?
What?
It's an option.
It certainly is not an option.
Why not?
Because I say so.
Then what the hell are you suggesting, Emily? What's your great solution to this problem?
They will get married. They will live here. And Christopher will go to work at my company. That is the solution. Now we have a plan, so we can all stop talking about it. Please excuse me. I have work to do.
I think Rich's plan sounds very sensible.
I have just one question. Why his company?
What do you mean, his company?
No, I have a law firm. Christopher could go to school.
I know we're all upset here, folks, but maybe we should ask the kids what they think. Lorelai, Christopher, anything to add here?
Quiet, they'll hear you.
Not likely. I don't know how much longer I can just sit here like this.
It's okay, let them talk.
They're talking about us.
They're trying to figure out what to do.
What to do with our lives, yours and mine, and its.
We're gonna need their help.
We can take care of ourselves.
How?
We'll figure it out.
It's okay. It sounds okay.
What sounds okay?
You know, working for your dad, living here. Sounds okay.
Chris, no. What about Europe? What about sleeping on a bench in Paris?
I can't do that now. I have to get a job.
No.
I have to make money.
No.
It's okay. Really.
You're not even listening to each other.
Oh, for God's sake, Francine, shut up!
Okay, this is a big pain and I'd really like it to go away, please.
Just breathe deep, honey.
Breathing doesn't help. Can I hit you instead?
What?
Or pinch you really hard, because that might make me feel better.
No, you cannot pinch me.
Can I bite you or pull your hair or use the Epic lady on you? Because I really need to do something.
Lorelai Gilmore?
Will this a little faster, please?
Lorelai, you do not do this. You do not just leave a person a note.
Okay, see the timing here.
Dear Mom and Dad, I'm in labor. See you later. Lorelai?
Ow.
Emily, please, I feel ridiculous.
You're having a baby. Do you know that, Lorelai?
Well, that explains the stomach ache.
You do not leave your house when you're having a baby without telling your mother. You say, excuse me, Mom, I'm having a baby. Give me a ride to the damn hospital.
Emily, please, I wore the wrong shoes for this.
Of all the things in the world I had a right to do, driving my daughter to the hospital to give birth, especially since she's 16 years old and doesn't have her driver's license yet, is definitely one of them.
Ma'am, I need you to wait out here, please.
Why?
Because we're going into the delivery room.
I want to go in.
No, Mom, please.
Yes, Emily, please.
Fine, we'll be right here when you're done.
Super.
And do not think we're finished discussing this, young lady, because we are not.
Emily, let's sit here. Oh.
She's pretty.
She's perfect.
So I guess we should get married.
Well, what do you know? She finally put Rory's stroller away. First time in a year I haven't tripped over that thing.
Where's my scarf?
I told Tina to put everything out for you, Richard.
Out where?
Look on the table.
You have to be more specific with her, Emily.
Fine, Richard.
There should be a designated place to put things.
Whatever you say, Richard. Lorelai, we are leaving. Please acknowledge that. Where is that girl?
Well, this is not the scarf I asked for.
Well, it looks fine. Can you just wear it?
No, I'm going to go back upstairs and get the scarf I intended to wear in the first place. Well, I'm surprised at you, Emily. These are your friends we're seeing tonight. You would have thought that my appearance would be a priority for you. See, I didn't want to go to this thing in the first place. I have an early meeting in the morning, and I would much rather go to bed and ignore the fact that the symphony has to reupholster its mezzanine this year. Emily.
Okay, see, something like this, outside against a wall, very Little House on the Prairie with a twist.
I love Little House on the Prairie. Jack the dog. Where is Lindsay Sidney Greenbush? Oh, when she came tumbling down the hill, I would just laugh.
Lorelai?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, just keep in mind that anything you see here, I can have duplicated. I've got this guy in Delaware that can knock off anything for about half the price.
Maybe we should go.
What? We just got started.
Well, then maybe we should think a little more before we shop.
What are you talking about? We've been thinking for months. Let's start buying. Holy mother of God, this bench is $15,000.
We can find something else.
Oh, no, we don't have to find something else.
What are you talking about?
We have absolutely no problem paying full price for that bench.
What?
Yeah, we have no money problems or problems of any kind. Our entire lives are perfect. We have no complaints and plenty of money.
What are you talking about?
You know what? I see a lawn jockey out there that looks very interesting. I'll be back.
Wait, cannot afford that bench.
Oh, I know that. I don't want her to know that.
Her? Natalie, her?
Yes.
Why?
Because it could get back to my mother.
What could get back to your mother?
That we have money problems.
We do have money problems.
I know, but I don't want my mother knowing that we have money problems. I don't want any personal information leaked out because in Emily's hands, that could be a weapon.
Well, Natalie's not gonna say anything.
How do you know? How do you know she's not filling my mother in on our every move on a daily basis?
You're being paranoid.
Oh, yeah? My mother found out about you being pregnant.
Not from Natalie.
How do you know?
Because Natalie herself didn't know until about a half an hour ago.
That's her story.
Okay, this is getting crazy now. You have got to go out there and talk to her about this.
I don't know.
It's the only fair thing. Come on, go.
Hey, look, Natalie, I have to say something to you. I feel tad silly even mentioning it, but I think I have to.
Did I do something that...
No, you did nothing. You've been great, really. Just, great ideas, great attitude. It's just that you know my mother.
Yes?
That's it. You know my mother.
Oh.
And my mother and I don't exactly have the smoothest of relationships.
Ah.
Right. I mean, we're not warring or anything, but it's just that we're very different, and I feel kind of weird sharing things with her.
Look, I promise you, I haven't been in contact with your mother for a long time. Maybe twice she called to get a couple of names, but that was it. I hadn't even met you yet. So trust me, she knows nothing that you haven't told her yourself.
Oh, okay. I feel really stupid right now.
No, don't. I enjoyed working with your mother. But this inn is the kind of thing that I love to do. And the place has incredible potential, and somebody's gonna get a chance to make it a wonderful inn. I would be heartsick if I lost this opportunity.
Oh.
Look, I haven't spoken to Emily in months. I doubt I'll be speaking to her in the future, I promise.
Okay.
Really?
Absolutely.
I'm so glad.
So am I.
So now that I talk myself back into a job, what do you think the outlook for this lawn jockey is?
Not good.
Emily would hate it.
Wrap it up.
Hello?
Who is this?
Who's this?
This is Emily Gilmore. Who's this?
Luke Danes, Mrs. Gilmore, your daughter's friend from the diner. Hey, I'm not really supposed to be talking to you here. Hang on.
Why did you answer the phone?
You answered it before.
Yeah, but that was Rory. You should have told her I'm not here.
Then what would I be doing here?
Light maintenance?
Come on, take it.
You broke a rule.
You've broken every rule.
Yeah, but dodging my mother's phone calls is not a movie night rule. It's an always rule. Hi, Mom. What's up?
So now you're telling people they can't speak to me?
No, Mom. It's just a little movie night rule. If you and Luke want to talk, you guys can talk.
I'm talking about Natalie Zimmerman.
Natalie?
I called her today about sprucing up a room she did for me a year ago, and as you would say, she blew me off.
Well, what did she say?
She said she couldn't help me out, but she wouldn't say why. So I leaned on her a bit. She cracked and said she'd made you certain promises.
Mom, I never told her she couldn't work for you.
She said you did.
Well, no. Our agreement was...
So there was an agreement.
Yes, but...
To exclude me?
No, well, not exactly.
You know, Lorelai, perhaps it would be easier if you just gave me a list of the people I'm not allowed to have contact with. So far, I know there's Natalie and Suki and Luke on movie night. What about Richard? Am I still allowed to talk to my husband?
Mom, this is just a big misunderstanding. Just go ahead and hire Natalie.
But you'll still have a problem with both of us using her.
I will cease working with her. She's all yours. I'll tell her tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful. So it'll be my fault she loses the job. No, Lorelai, you keep her, and I promise I'll never speak to her, ever. If she's bleeding on the side of the road, I'll drive by and pretend I didn't see.
Mom.
I have to go.
I'm firing Natalie.
That's up to you.
Consider it done.
I'll see you Friday.